What's up, guys? Welcome to the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience. My name is Ryan. This is my family, and today we are going backpacking. We're at Quebec wild area in the Laurel Highlands in Pennsylvania, and right now we're walking around looking for a spot to set up camp. Don't really know what we're going to get into while we're up here. We're probably going to do some fishing, probably going to look for some wild edible mushrooms while we're up here. But all in all, we're just looking to have a good time, and whatever happens, happens. So, sit back, relax, enjoy the show, because you're coming with us on this adventure out here in Quebec natural area. All right, guys, if anything interesting happens, you'll be the first to see it. And we're all just sitting here taking our very first break of the day, and I found this little guy, little salamander. That's pretty cool, right? Bye, little guy.
One thing I get whenever I start to get hot and exercise a lot,
what's in there?
I can actually, like, my scalp will get itchy.
He's a good girl.
We're moving now.
All right, everybody, so this is pretty cool. Me and my little brother left the girls back at a potential camping spot, and we walked down further on the trail and we found this camping spot. They've got little benches made out of rocks, which is totally awesome. A big old fire pit and all of this nice flat area. And Trixie seems to like the spot too. This might be where we're staying, but we're gonna keep on going down the trail here and see if there's anything that's better. All right, you guys.
2 minutes. Literally, like, less than 5.
Come on, let's go. That's some good stuff right there, isn't it, Trey Pooch? You're hungry after a long hike, aren't you, old girl? All right, so we got to our camping spot. Got a nice little fire pit here. Right now we're snacking on some apples, and we've pretty much got ourselves set up. This is me and Ashley's tent. Got my fishing pole here. We're gonna do some fishing. Got my machete. Trixie's in here. She's tired from her hike. She's taking a little break. This is the little dog station over here. We got Trixie's leash so she doesn't wander off at night. Garbage bag, because if you pack it in, you can pack it out. Gave Trixie some canned food because I'm sure that she was tired after the hike. It's always a good practice, guys, to look above, you know, and see what you're camping under, because if there's some rotten logs up there and it gets windy out, it falls on you, and that's what you call a widowmaker. It can cause injury, or it can kill you, and it has happened. So before you pitch your tent, always look to see what's above you. My brother and his girlfriend have hammocks, and they have theirs set up over here, tandem style. She's gonna sleep on the bottom, and he's gonna sleep up there, which is pretty cool. Not for everybody, but we do it. And over here, we have a beautiful mountain stream that we're gonna listen to as we fall asleep tonight. So, as you can see, we're having a great time already. We've got the spot. We're gonna do some fishing and possibly even some swimming. Gonna be here for 2 days, 2 nights, maybe 3 days. Depends on how we feel and how everything goes. But we just getting settling down now. We're settling down now, and I don't know what else we're gonna do today. Might get some fishing done. Got to chop some firewood, and let the good times roll. So I'm sure that we're gonna do some exploring, and I'm sure there's lots of cool things to see out here, and a lot to do as well. So if anything else interesting happens here, guys, I'm gonna finish my apple, and then I'll give you an update here in a little bit. Yeah, so right now I'm going off by myself here a little bit to scout out for some firewood. And you'll notice that I am not wearing shoes, and I probably will not wear shoes again until we're on our way home, because that's just the way I roll when I'm out here in the wilderness. But we're gonna look for some firewood, get some chopped up before we can move on to having some more fun around here. Mr. Spider is down here eating something much bigger than he is. I don't know what that is. Looks like a mosquito, maybe.
Looks like a fly.
But he got dinner. We're gonna get firewood, and then we're gonna get dinner. Right, boy?
Hell yeah.
All right, everybody. So what you see here in this pile of sticks and logs is what is consisting of our firewood for the night. You see I got a rope underneath of it lined out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie this into a tight bundle, and it'll make it easier for me to make it in one trip to drag this all the way back to camp. It's actually really helpful to do it this way rather than making multiple trips. Just bundle it all up, tie it up tight, and drag it. All right.
I have like the beef saw. I got everything. Is that wet?
Ish. It'll burn.
Trixie, just lay down. I see you. Seneca would have been a lot farther, but probably not as, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I was just about to get some water from the creek to cook with, and I almost stepped on this little guy. It's a newt, and these guys are so cool. Look at those spots. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I dropped him. Sorry, buddy. He's okay. They're such cool little creatures. Alright, I'm gonna let him go. back to doing whatever newts do. And I'm gonna fill up my kettle with some creek water. We're gonna get some dinner going. So far, this has been a pretty awesome time. Can't wait to see what tomorrow has for us.
Oh my god. This one might not be mine.
Yep, this is the life. I got my little rock bench I'm sitting on here. I got my MRE beef stroganoff, which is actually quite delicious, and made it with boiled water that came straight from that creek right over there. And now I'm just gonna sit here and relax and watch the fire and maybe go to bed here soon. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is pretty good though. For anybody out there that wants to try these things, they're worth the money. Pretty good.
What's up, everybody? We just woke up. It's 8:15 in the morning, and the ground was kind of hard last night. Got a little bit cold. Trixie was shivering. I don't know if they had a great time sleeping in the hammock over there, but I'm gonna find out. I'm kind of curious to see how they did. We're waking up slowly. I'm probably gonna get some tea, some breakfast, start the day off slow. I don't know what we're gonna do today, but I'm sure that it's gonna be interesting. Last night was very dark. It was a new moon, so it was the darkest night of the month. And there were so many stars out, which was so cool. I didn't have any trouble sleeping, did you?
Not really. Besides, like, my arm would fall asleep every now and again.
Nah, I slept pretty well, I think.
I did too.
Oh, we're ready to start the day. We're gonna start it off slow, and then I'll see you guys soon. So Trixie got cold last night, and now she's voluntarily snuggling with me, which does not happen all the time. I guess she got cold. That's kind of cute. It's supposed to be like 85 degrees today. The morning's still kind of chilly. I'm gonna get myself some breakfast now, but Trixie is not so ready for breakfast. She's kind of snuggled up in my sleeping bag still, just waiting out the cold of the morning to pass by. She looks like she's pretty comfortable. So we're just gonna let her be there, do her thing. And I'm gonna make some oatmeal and some tea. This oatmeal's pretty good. Got a little bit of peanut butter, because Ashley likes peanut butter with her oatmeal. Got some tea going here. Little brother's over there getting the fire started so he can make himself some breakfast. I think he's having eggs and sausage, which is pretty cool. All in all, I'm gonna get the caffeine in me, finish my tea, eat some breakfast, and then I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we might go fishing, we might go for a hike. I am gonna have to collect more firewood for tonight, but other than that, we're just gonna have to see what happens. It's gonna be a good day though. It's gonna be a good day.
All right, everybody, I'm going to finish my breakfast and my tea. And then once we start to move around a little bit more, I'll get back with you.
Good morning, Pooch. Was you cold last night? Twee Pooch, was you cold? Good girl.
All right, so getting ready to start the day here. I'm almost out of water, so I'm gonna come down to the creek and fill up real quick. So I got this life straw, and it just literally screws right onto the top of my water bottle, and now I can drink that nice and cold, fresh from the creek. It filters out all the parasites, bacterias, and all the little stuff, all the stuff that you basically don't want to drink. Filters all that stuff out, screws right to the top of my bottle, and now I've got fresh water, basically as much as I can drink. So it's a useful tool, because carrying multiple bottles of water and running out of water really sucks when you're out here. So yep, pretty good thing to carry around with you. But I'm gonna get ready to start the day. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. Might start to try to catch some fish, might go on a hike later, I don't know. We're gonna see what happens though. All right, everyone, so here's a little treat for you. We were just on a morning hike because we had eaten our breakfast and sat around for a while. We're all woken up and ready to go. Look at this entire log is covered in reishi. It's the name of it is Ganoderma, but this is so cool. You don't see big clusters like this too often around my neck of the woods, but here we are, and there's reishi everywhere. You can see these little bugs are eating the mushroom, which that's cool too. They also look like they're doing something else on the mushroom, but I can't believe I've never seen this much reishi in one spot.
Whoa.
That is awesome. So, okay, this is so cool. So as you can see, the creek is on this side, the creek is over on that side. That is a campsite. This is so cool. It's surrounded by water completely. There's a little bridge right over there made out of rocks that you can walk across, but this is like a little island and it's surrounded by water, and there's a camp spot right over there. I might move my camp spot down to this spot tonight. This is a very cool spot. Figured I'd show you guys. All right, so we're still hiking, and I guess the hike is turning more into a mushroom hunt, because not only did we find reishi mushroom, but we also found some chicken of the woods. Thanks to my little brother Brandon. He has got an eye for this kind of stuff, or so it seems. He's starting to develop one. Anyway, got some chicken of the woods. I am very excited about this. We've got some beef stew at the camp, and we're probably going to cook some of this up in that beef stew tonight, because I love eating this mushroom. It's so good. Latoporus. My little brother just noticed that there's a little bit of a hornet's nest growing on the side of this tree, which is like right next to the trail. And one day, that hornet's nest is going to be really scary to walk past. Here we go. Look at this. We got a birch tree, and birch trees, their bark is some of the best fire starter that you could get. This stuff will light up so fast, and it's so good. You could easily use a flint and steel with this. You don't need a lighter or matches. It'll catch a spark in an instant. Doing this to the tree doesn't really hurt it, but I'm gonna take some of this so that I can start a fire with ease tonight. That is awesome. So we're just kind of exploring out here along the trail, and I see another one of these guys. I love these guys. They're so cool. Look at those colors. I just can't get over how pretty their spots are. And they're so timid. They really don't care if they're being held or not. They're not scared. These guys are probably my favorite type of salamander. All newts are salamanders, but not all salamanders are newts. So we're out here and Ashley found something. And I want to know, who did this? That's pretty funny.
It's cute.
Yeah? Are you excited for a creek hike? Let's go. Gigi. What's up, Tritty Pooch? You taking a little creek walk with us? Come on. Come on, Pooch. Come on. Look at this, guys. We came up on a really cool waterfall. This is awesome. There's gotta be trout in there. Looks like Snag City, but I guarantee you there's trout. Awesome. Oh. Come on. She still gets around even though she's 14 years old. I freaking love it. And the creek hike continues. Okay, so while I have a second, I will say something about creek walking. I've been doing this for a long time, since I was like, well, since I could walk. So I grew up walking in these types of environments. With that being said, it's like a second nature to me, but to other people, it's a challenge. So a couple of tips are, when you're walking in water where there's slippery rocks or the water's turbulent, you always want to know where you're going to put your foot next. Your next step should be planned before you even lift it off your foot off the ground. So watch your step. Second is, if you keep your knees bent, it's going to be easier for you to keep balance whenever you slip on a rock or, well, lose your balance. So it reduces the fall factor. And another thing is you always want to keep your feet close to the bottom of the water, because that'll, if you keep your feet close to the bottom, you can kind of slide across the bottom and you'll be able to feel trips instead of if you don't see them. So it's less of a surprise whenever you end up finding a place where the footing is challenging. So those are a couple tips for creek walking. To me, second nature, but to others, just pay attention where you put in your step. Keep your knees bent. And slide and glide across the bottom of the creek with your feet. Kind of make your feet your eyes, if you will. And you can definitely reduce the chances of falling in or slipping or twisting an ankle. So, good tips. Anyway, we're going to continue. All right, everybody. So we're just about ready to start making our way back to the car. And this is like literally as soon as we walk onto the trail, we see this little buddy. Oh, come here. I have a backpack on. No, he doesn't want me touching him. There we go. He's a little buddy, American toad. Figured I'd show y'all. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we're getting ready to head back to the car now. And so if I see anything interesting along the way, I will show you guys. But yep, we packed up our stuff, broke down camp, and now we're getting ready to head out. So this adventure is almost over. All right, guys, that is all the time that we have for this adventure. It was a great time. I know I didn't really show too much, but mostly all we did was sit around camp and take naps and eat a lot of food. So, I mean, we went on a couple hikes, we saw some nature, but that's what it is. And that was the Miller Run Trail at Quebec Natural Area, or Wild Area anyway. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I'd like to invite you to click like and subscribe to my channel. We will be uploading new adventures every week. Make sure your notifications are on so that you can see our adventures and come with us every time a new one is uploaded. So, with all that being said, I will see you guys next week here on the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience. Thank you for watching. The Miller Run Trail. That was awesome. I'll be back.